Alright, so these are the things that I use to store my milk that I express while I'm at work. When I get home, this is what I will store in the freezer, or fridge. You can do fridge too if you're going to use it within the next few days. This is the bottle that I will take. I will have the milk from work. I use an extra bottle to measure, and then a funnel to try to keep it clean and minimize any spilling of that precious milk. These are the storage bags I use. Got some Lancinos right now. And then, of course, a Sharpie to write that down, make it easy, legible, hopefully sometimes. And then a chopstick. I use this to mix up the milk, especially to get like the fat that coats on the sides. Make sure we get all that good stuff. So yes, these are all you need to put away the milk. After work, I usually fill up this bottle, or maybe I'll get it like lower, but either way, it manages to just be the right amount for my baby for the next day to eat. I will mix it up with the chopstick to make sure I get the fat on the walls of the glass. It sticks to it when you refrigerate it. So I'll stir it up. After I mix it enough, I'll get another jar that has, or a baby bottle that has the measurements, and then a funnel so I can pour it smoothly and not spill, minimize the amount so I don't waste it. And then I'll get my storage bags. I like to use the Lancino brand the most just because they are they have a really good seal. When I was researching bags and stuff, I was just surprised that there's reviews for breast milk bags, and I didn't realize I was like, what's the difference? They're just all little plastic bags, but these ones are actually really good. So I'll take off the sterile tabs to open them up. Toss that. And since they have a perforation that seals them shut, I'll undo that, pop it open a bit, and then hold the top, extend it out. It kind of makes an airway, a gap, so that way the milk will get in there more easily. I can't speak anymore. So I'll open all these up, right? And I'm probably going to do 4 or 5 bags. But anyway, while I do this, the reason why I really like these bags is because they have a double Ziploc seal on it, which is nice because if you think it's sealed, and it's not, you've got the fail-safe that's still blocking it. You see, you've got there's 2 levels. There's the clear one, and there's this blue purple one. That's good. And then of course it has the date, name, time, and volume lines that you can label. I don't really follow it, but it's handy. Or let me first write, because the Sharpie sometimes doesn't dry quick enough. I will write the dates first. Oops. And then I won't write the amounts because sometimes I mismeasure and I'm too lazy to pour it again and figure it all out. So I wrote the dates on most of the bags, just not one of them, because I don't know if I'm actually going to need it for today and I don't want to waste it. We'll have to scribble it all out. Anyway, I've got my milk here from the prior work shift, and I'm going to measure out 100 milliliters. I try to save my milk in 100 millimeter increments. I think that's about 3 and some ounces, just so that I don't waste a ton if she doesn't finish it. So then I'll take the funnel, I'll put it in the bag, I'll move it to the edge, and then I'll close most of the bag. As you see, I wrote down the 100 milliliters. After I was secure that I had actually poured 100. Then I'll pour this in the bag. Wipe the edges of the funnel in there. And, you know, see, this one wasn't a good one. I managed to spill it kind of everywhere. So then I will lay the bag as flat as possible. So that way, when I store it in the freezer, it will not take up so much space. And there you go. Just leave that there. There's one. And I'll pour another one here. So 100. So when I get to the very end, I'm not quite sure how much I'll have exactly. So if I end up with 100, it's great. And then if not, you know, sometimes it's like 20 or 50, that's fine too. And I just make a smaller bag. Coincidentally, it's crazy, this one ended up being 100. So crazy. So I seal this side, and then this side still has a little gap. And then I let everything come down. So we have our bags here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay. It's not some real neat setup here. It's just these really cheap dollar store baskets. And I will take the milk and I will just lay them flat to dry to freeze here. I'll stack them if I've got too many, you know, and I got limited space. And after that, once they're dry, they stand up nice and flat straight here, you see? And that can be really, really convenient. So then in the end, you end up getting, you can just put it in like a Ziploc bag, and then you have them ready to go all in one convenient pack. That's how I let them freeze up. And then the next day I'll come in and move them there, and then I'll package them when I've got a bunch, which I should do that with that. So Dairy Bar is an app that I use to count my milk. I don't really use the fridge or the freezer, but the deep freeze is what I do use. So it takes note of the milk that you have every day. So today I saved 100 milliliters for 100 milliliters. This is actually from yesterday. So I put the date I pumped, deep freeze, and I gotta do it 3 more times. It just takes note of all of the milk that I've stored. And what's nice is that you can look at the stats and it will tell you how much milk you have and, you know, how many bags and the amount in where, the fridge, freezer, or deep freezer. And then in the settings, you can change the labels of where you're storing it. So it doesn't have to be these 3 types of places.